Motivation changed, I think, over the years. Initially it was to save energy and to save money, but then it became much more clear later on that doing things to mitigate climate change was really important. So we wanted to reduce our carbon footprint. Yeah, I think having a whole house retrofit plan is probably the best place to start if you're slightly uncertain about what needs to be done, because you're getting a professional surveyor who will come in and tell you what to do and in what order, and that's really useful information. A community-based scheme works really well. And then particularly, for example, if you are thinking of doing something which you're a bit uncertain about, but then you can go and talk to somebody who's had it already done, maybe visit their house. I've showed several people our heat pump already. And that really gives them some more trust and confidence in what they're planning to do. Well, one thing we did very early on in this process of insulating the house better was to fill the cavity with insulating material. And they drill 1-inch diameter holes. You can see one there. So this is our heat pump. This is a 14 kilowatt air source heat pump, which means it sucks air in at the back and cools it down and takes heat out of the air, and the cold air comes out the front. In fact, you can see now, I think this might work, that's the air coming out of the heat pump. So what it does, it heats water inside the heat pump, and that water, hot water, is sent up an insulated pipe into the attic, which then goes down through the attic to the airing cupboard where the hot water is stored in a big tank. The return flow comes down here as well, and that goes back into the heat pump and is heated up again. And this works really well, and when the temperature's got down to -8 degrees, it can still get the whole house warm. So as far as we're concerned, it works really, really very well. And one thing we did very early on was to install solar thermal tubes, which heat the hot water from the sun. This is the airing cupboard. The biggest feature here, of course, is the hot water tank. We had to install a larger hot water tank, and this takes hot water from the tubes that I've already shown you, as well as from the heat pump. And then the various control panels. There's one over here for telling me the temperature in the solar thermal panels, and this is the one for the heat pump over here that tells me that the tap water at the moment is 50 degrees. That's heated by the heat pump and the sun. And it's also telling me that the water in the radiators is at 40 degrees. WINAC had a staff member whose job was to forward this scheme for NEF, National Energy Foundation. And he produced a fantastic list of installers of different sorts, whether it's air source heat pumps or double glazing or cavity wall insulation or whatever. And all the people on that list were either MCS qualified or Trustmark. That was a list of installers we could trust. So the inconvenience that did happen was certainly worth it for the final result in every occasion.